Yes, I hear you, Norman. You guys see this?
Okay, perfect.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone sees like the Google slide thing. This browser version is no longer supported.
You got a big ass nose.
I
Holy
do got a
shit.
big ass nose.
It's a snooper.
Are we in the slideshow?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Everyone stand away from me because I will be handcuffing you and uncuffing you whether you like me to or not. So stay away from me, otherwise I will be repeatedly handcuffing you. Ladies and gentlemen, I've thought that going after Chang Gang was like trying to teach people years and years of experience in a matter of a week. I thought it was impossible, but then I learnt that I was wrong. And I can teach you to beat these people because I finally learnt that there are flaws with their plan. So, as someone who is a master researcher of the Chang of the gang, let me introduce you on how to beat their biggest flaws. Point number 1. Chang Gang will never engage unless the conditions are perfectly in their favor. They're not going to randomly hop out on the street and shoot at you. They're not going to shoot at you if they don't know where you are. They will never do an ambush unless they know they will win. They will never engage in a block unless they know they have space. They will never spike you unless there's enough gaps. They will never engage unless it is perfect. And if it isn't perfect, they will make the perfect conditions. Air 1's loaded up with 4 cops and there's a massive problem. Wait for it to refuel, shoot it down. They see fucking Barry in his park ranger car. Who do you think they're gonna target first, Dennis or Barry?
Barry.
They're gonna target Barry, right? And CG, so they always make the conditions perfect. CG never stays in one position, right? CG anticipates predictable behavior. Never follow their expectation. Be unpredictable. What this means by this is these guys have been chased by cops for 10 years. They ain't read the SOPs, but boy, I tell you, they know them better than you do. They understand primary. They understand secondary. They understand the cop limits. They understand when you're going to shoot, when you can't shoot. What are the warning signs? They understand all those, and they rely on you consistently following your predictable routes, and they find flaws and they attack them. Now, this is the biggest thing I need all of you to remember when you are dealing with Chang Gang. If this is the one thing that you learn, the one thing that you never forget, is no matter where you are, Chang Gang will flank your position. You must remain moving, even if you feel safe. I don't give a fuck if you are in the best spot of all time. I do not care. You must continue moving. Here's an example. I was inside a set of stairs in an impenetrable fortress inside their own cubby. You guys know the apartment complex inside their cubby? You guys familiar with that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was there with you.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Rated it 1.
They did not push it. But you know what they did do? They spent 40 minutes looking for a way to flank it, and they succeeded. They found one. They will always flank. They will wait. They will flank. They would spend the rest of the day and time that they were alive to find the perfect position, and they would not come in because it wasn't perfect. That is a prime example. Despite that it was a perfect condition for us, they continued to flank. And the only reason we shot down 3 more of them is because we kept moving. We did the unpredictable. Instead of staying in the secure location that would have been beneficial to us, they continuously tried to flank. They didn't expect us to come out. We came out. I must say, boys, we slammed another 3 of those motherfuckers. We got Mr. K down. We got Peanut down. We got Rami down because they were unpredictable. They didn't anticipate us to come out. It went completely against their plans, which is why you must be unpredictable. And we have to keep moving. And so here's how you can plan for that. Chang Gang will lead you into spikes, blocks, and ambushes. Remember, it's a matter of when, not if. And PD often falls into repetition. Chang Gang relies on your repeatable, predictable tactics, such as conga line pursuits, following primary into confined spaces, only chasing the primary car and not breaking off and chasing interference cars, keeping them busy. They rely on that one heavily because the interference cars come in, they fucking pitch you, they get you off, and then they leave, and then they go set up a plan. They can't set up a plan if you're following them, right? And then the biggest thing is ignoring reoccurring escape patterns. And let me show you how that works. Can anyone describe what that red line looks like? How would you describe it in one word? Would you say it's stable? Would you say it's erratic? How would you describe that squiggly line?
I would describe this as a elaborate way to VCB.
It's an elaborate way to VCB. This is a pattern and an indication that Chang Gang is trying to escape. That the interference cars are ramming you. They are taking left, right, up, down, square, A, B, X, X, Y, L1, left, right, up, down corners. They're taking jumps. They're doing rat strats. They're in the Vinewood Hills doing stuntman ignition, right? They're trying to escape. This means that they're not trying to set up an ambush because they can't make perfect conditions by themselves. When movement is chaotic, they're not trying to set up, they're trying to get away. With the interference vehicles, active use of jumps, tight squeezes, alleyways, sharp corners, constant movements, and rapid changes in direction. And it's important that you note that because has anyone noticed that sometimes you chase Mr. K and all of a sudden that stops? Has anyone experienced that?
All the time.
Yeah, it stops.
Yeah.
Suddenly, Mr. K stops doing that. And the reason he stopped doing that is not because he's ran out of ideas. He's pissed off his interference to set up for an attack. He's tried escaping, escapes failed. Plan B, boys. We're fucking shooting them. We murking these cops. I can't lose them. We need to take a risk. Interference cars are pissed off. Mr. K stopped doing jumps. Mr. K stopped doing squeezes. Mr. K stopped fucking doing random rat strats and alleyways that have a risk. He's not driving up and down stairs. And the reason he's doing that is because he's driving safe. Mr. K and his boys are off going around. I know I say Mr. K a lot. There's a lot of Chang Gang members. When Mr. K is not there, they fail. They fumble. They need Mr. K. Mr. K's the head. You get rid of the head, the rest of the snake dies. Mr. K will tell his boys to set up, and he will make sure that he gets there. He can't get there if he's boxed, spiked, pitted, flipped, turtled, and he needs to minimize as many of those risks as humanly possible. And he has to do that because otherwise, backup is not going to be able to help him. If fucking Rami is in the middle of a helicopter flying over at Fort Zancudo and Rami flips his, and Mr. K flips his car upside down, who's going to help him? What? Is Rami going to flip the car back over with a chopper? No, he can't. So he must drive safe. And this is the only chance you have to get this fucker via tase and a handcuff. If you manage that, you will never catch Mr. K in handcuffs when he's on his own feet. You will always catch him in a pool of his own blood. That's the only time you're going to capture him. If there is a chance you're going to capture him standing and catching him lacking, it's during the setup phase. But how do you know the setup phase is over? How do we know you're fucked? You know you're fucked when it turns into a NASCAR track. When the pursuit becomes predictable and repetitive, we're sticking to one location. Can anyone remind me of something I said earlier about a fundamental about Chang Gang? When it comes to...
Engaged unless the perfect conditions are met.
Perfect conditions are met. But what is one thing that Chang Gang continuously does as their defense?
Move around.
They move around.
Stronghold.
Right, they move around.
Move around and flank you.
So why are they staying in one area?
Ambush.
Ambush. That's why. They never stay in one location. They're only staying there because they have to. Because they're the ambush. Because the perfect scenario has been created. This is when the target remains in the same area and is looping. Pursuit route becomes predictable and repetitive. And interference vehicles either suddenly reappear but are not engaging or they're in reposition. This is Chang Gang doing their final checks. They're lining you up. They're like, listen, boys, listen. I see the cars here. Do a drive-by once. Yeah, I see him. I see Croc. I'm going to shoot him first. You ready? Yeah, man, I'm ready. I'm going to drive into the right. You can see him? Yeah, I can see him, dog. That's what they're doing. That circle is them communicating, working as a team, verifying that the plan is going to work. He's going to make sure that everything is good. And that's when the attack begins.
Their prey.
Yeah. It's literally a shark going after the fucking fish. And that's why they shoot you dead like a fish in a barrel. Does this presentation actually, this isn't done. Like, I have to make more of it.
Makes sense.
But does this help the mindset of why we're failing and how we can counteract it? Did anyone learn anything here?